Coming up on this week's episode of Flash Talk, Kent State football head coach Mark Carney talks about the team's big wagon wheel rivalry win. Starting quarterback Dru Deshields talks about his career performance. Women's basketball head coach Todd Starkey talks about his team's 2-game win streak. Finally, Kent State men's hoops head coach Senderoff talks about his team's trip to West Virginia. All that and more coming up in a flash. Welcome to Flash Talk. I'm Josh Padilla, joined by head football coach Mark Carney. Coach, coming off a great, huge win, 42-35 overtime win versus school down the road. Mm-hmm. How emotional was that win for you?
Unbelievable. One of the most rewarding things we get to do as coaches is, in games like that, when you are playing for, a trophy or a championship, to watch the celebration and the joy, unfold with your team and in your locker room is really special. And Tuesday night was no exception. To watch those guys earn that in a tough environment against all odds and a comeback and all that was really, really special.
Third quarter absolutely exploded. What was the message to the guys in the locker room?
Just keep at it. We knew we know who's in our locker room and the capable playmakers that we have, and is to not get down, to not get frustrated by our lack of success at that point. I thought that team did a really, really good job of extending drives, offensively. I think the total difference was they ran 103 plays and we ran like 47, so almost double the amount of opportunities. Now, we've got to be better on offense and staying on the field on third downs and converting some of those opportunities. But, the hallmark for us all season has been our explosiveness, and Tuesday night was no exception.
And then Dru Deshields, he had a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
Kind of what clicked for him? He set career highs in passing yards, passing touchdowns, first player in over 20 years to throw for 5 touchdowns. And in fact, that was the 5 different guys was even, more impressive.
His continued growth has been awesome. What was missing for him, obviously the knee stuff, but he hadn't had a lot of reps. And, when you take that long of a break in playing football, because really the last time he had done it was when he was a senior in high school, it takes a minute to get back to, seeing things and moving around the way you're used to. And, he's done an outstanding job continuing to challenge himself in ways to get better. His comfort level in what we're doing offensively is at a really high level right now. And, he's very passionate about, what we're doing offensively and having a huge part in game plan conversations, which, I think when you're the quarterback, you should, right? Because you do have the ball, right? And his ownership in what we're doing and the way we're practicing, and that part of his game has come a long way, which I think is feeding the success he's having on the field.
The seniors, they bring the wagon wheel back home. Some of them, were able to experience winning it in 2022.
Yeah.
And then experience having to give it up. How big is it, for that group?
This rivalry is special. It's really special. The passion both fan bases have, for their teams, and the proximity, it makes it even more special. For the guys that have been in the locker room who hadn't had the chance to experience success yet in this rivalry, to give them the chance to experience that and have that happen this year is pretty cool.
What does this group of seniors meant to you?
Yeah, a ton. My first group, right, of seniors, their leadership and their voice and their example has been a huge reason why we've been able to be successful this fall and take the steps that we have taken as a program this fall, and extremely proud and grateful to have been a part of their journey. And I know while it hasn't always been easy, it's been rewarding for them, and there's going to be a lot to look back on when all is said and done that they'll be really, really proud of.
How cool is it just to be back home, playing in Dick Stadium, midweek matching, especially this late in the season with a game that's has a lot on the line.
Meaningful, absolutely. No, to play meaningful games in November is special any season, and in year one for us, it's been awesome. Our fans have been unbelievable, supporting us at home. I know Wednesday will be no exception. Excited to feel the energy in Dick Stadium one more time this fall, and hopefully use this as a launching board, as a springboard for what's to come here.
Yeah, we're gonna this blanket.
Yeah,
for the students.
Plaid, Fearless Flash blankets.
Yep.
Cozy, comfy. It just looks like comfort, doesn't it?
Yeah, so we're gonna be able to come get your blanket, stay warm, cheer on the Flashes.
Let's go.
Let's get the dub.
Let's go.
Today, the world could use a little more understanding. Understanding nurtured by shared values. We come together at Kent State. Different dreams, different viewpoints, united by purpose. Preparing to make a difference in our divided world. Wherever you are in your life's journey, come learn with us. Begin at Kent State.
Just ride one time for your mind. Just ride one time for your mind.
Welcome back to Flash Talk. Josh Padilla here with Dru Deshields. Drew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good today. How about yourself?
Doing well, doing really well. So, want to talk about the last game, school down the road, bring the wagon wheel back where it belongs, back to Kent. Just kind of talk about, what that game meant to you and, how important it was.
Yeah, definitely. It means a lot. I mean, for the Kent State community, really, to bring that wheel back home. We haven't had it in a while. My brother is a coach over there, so it meant a little bit in that part. He played over there, so I've been a part of, the game, and I've been, to the game a lot, so it really meant a lot.
And speaking of your brother, how long did it take for you to be able to, kind of talk to him about the game?
He came up to me, he said, "I'm proud of you, I love you," but he definitely was a little mad. He told me he was like, "Screw you" a little bit, but no, he came up before the game. He was like, trust in God. He was like, just play your game and go out and play your game and know what you got to do.
And we were moving the ball a little bit, and then kind of came to a halt, and we punted it. Great punt, came back, bounced off the Akron player, and we were able to recover it. How big was that in just changing momentum and being able to get a short field?
That was huge. Our special teams makes plays for us all the time. Like you see, we've had fakes in the past. Our special teams is definitely on point with that. Coach Conrad, I compliment him for that. But now Durkin had a great punt, came back, hit the guy, Gus recovered it, and then gave us easy field to score, really.
I mean, you had an outstanding game. Over 300 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. It hasn't been done since 2004. Josh Cribbs was here when they traveled down to Orlando and beat UCF. Or did you just feel like coming into the game just more confident than usual? Or
it didn't surprise me. I knew my guys were going to make plays. I threw a swing past to Cade. He took it to the house. I didn't do anything there. He did everything there. And then Darius and Deshaun, their routes were amazing. You saw that on TV. Those guys make plays for me.
Darius, he's been special all year. He's scored on kick returns. He's thrown a touchdown. Now he's finally caught a touchdown. Mm-hmm. Just kind of walk us through the play. Coming out of the huddle, did you kind of look over there to see the matchup and know that's where you were going?
I kind of knew it was a touchdown right away. Their safety wasn't over the top, and I knew they were biting on short routes and they're flat-footed. So I knew I just had to get it to them, really.
Yeah, and then the next touchdown, I believe it was Cade. I was up in the booth. I was looking down, and I noticed Long and Mulder were both out there, out wide, and I was like, why do we have 2 tight ends out there? Yeah. And then I was thinking, as soon as I saw Cade go in motion, I instantly thought of college football 26, a half-back swing. And I was like, is that it? And then you threw it out there.
Yeah.
Is that just something y'all kind of just knew that? Cade's broken so many big plays definitely. All year that as long as you just get it in his hands with space, that he has the opportunity.
Yeah, we had numbers over there. Those guys blocking over there were great. They gave him a hole, broke 1 tackle, and then he was gone, really. I just had to get him the ball, let him get a catch and carry ball.
Tarek Mulder, walk us through that. Was it a RPO read, or is it, I know this was a play action. Was that just a read?
No, it was more like a pop pass. So like the safeties may have bad eyes or something like that, and I pull and throw it to him, like just straight over the top, more of a pop pass.
The last one that we threw in regulation put us up, I believe, 35-17, Deshaun Martin. What do you see there? Another play where he just got wide open.
Mm-hmm. I knew it was a touchdown right away. That was another one. Like Dru Deshields, like I just had to get him the ball. I was hot. They blitzed 7 guys, I think, on that play. So I was just backpedaling a little bit, buying myself some time, and then just gave him a great ball. He ran a great route.
They made some great plays. I mean, the onside kick recovery was something amazing. I mean, it was one of the best onside kicks I've ever seen.
Definitely.
The team just as a whole allowed Akron to come back into the game. What was just the mindset going into overtime?
I mean, it's a new game at that point. Like it's 0-0, get the ball on the 25. Like you got to go score. Like there's no other thing you got to think about really. Like the pass is the pass. Like you just got to move on, and like the score is 0-0 technically. Like it's 35-35, but it's 0-0, and you just got to, go score and do your job.
And then we get the touchdown, first play of overtime. And I was in the end zone. I was watching it, and I saw Tarek going across the middle. I was like, hit Tarek. And then next thing you know, we get a touchdown. So I guess kind of tell us what you saw on that play, on the game-winning touchdown.
One corner was trying to guard 2 people, so I was really just like waiting for Ardell to cut out. But we had that drawn out for a little bit. Like we were going to run it in regulation, but we ended up not getting the chance to, or like doing that. So we ran the kind of the same action with Cade when we handed off to him. So we knew they were going to flow that way, and then I could get out on a boot.
Senior day, last game in Dick Stadium this season, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Michigan's defense, they've been really good at forcing turnovers. They're one of the best in the nation at forcing turnovers. I believe they're 7th with 12 interceptions. What have you guys kind of seen on tape, and do you have to kind of be even more, just cautious of when you're out there? Do you just play your game still?
The team we just played last, they were really good at forcing turnovers too. We just got to protect the ball and play our game. They have a good linebacker, a good edge rusher. Like we just got to keep playing how we're playing right now.
Thank you, Dru. Join us this Wednesday, Dick Stadium at 7 p.m. as the Golden Flashes take on Central Michigan.
For every just one more mile to your next ace on the court, when you have a sports-related injury, Cleveland Clinic is here. For our Cavaliers, our Guardians, and athletes at all levels, our sports medicine team helps keep you in the game. With expert diagnosis, personalized sports therapies, and game-changing surgeries. For every injury, for every athlete, for every care in the world. Cleveland Clinic.
When it comes to reaching your goals, having the right support can make all the difference. That's why we trust Green Lending, Kent State Athletics' exclusive mortgage partner, to help you achieve your home ownership dreams.
Just like on the court, everyone has a role to play. With the right teammates, any dream is possible. Green Lending is here to be that support to help you make those big moves in life.
Visit greenlending.com and let Green Lending help turn your dreams into reality.
Green Lending, helping Golden Flashes achieve their biggest dreams on and off the court.
Joined here on Flash Talk by Kent State women's basketball head coach Todd Starkey. Coach, you're coming off 2 really nice wins, one on the road at Xavier, then at home against Niagara. I'll touch on that road win first. What did you think of the resolve of your team? It gets close late, and then you made a lot of winning plays, whether it was Corinne Hauser or Riley Calicade. Talk about that performance in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, it was really good to see. I mean, that game could have gone either direction. Obviously, when you're on the road against a Big East team, to find a way to win is always a valuable thing. And I think that was a great test for our team. We'd kind of gone through some things in the first week where it was difficult for us. I could see, some doubt kind of creeping in, but we had some good practices leading up to Xavier, and I thought that the team really answered the occasion there. It was great to see players step up. Defensively, we were really good in the fourth quarter, defended critical possessions, and then obviously Corinne's 3 against the zone, and then Riley Calicade came off the bench and hit some big shots for us and got a nice steal. So it was great to get contributions from different people for sure.
Moving forward to the Niagara game, that was a blowout from the start. Janae Tyler ended up with 24 points, 20 at halftime. Would you say that was your team's most complete performance of the season?
Maybe. I mean, I think it was. I thought we started that game very well. We played with great composure. Obviously, there were a lot of fouls in that first quarter. I think we shot 15 free throws in the first quarter, which is uncharacteristic for any game. And we handled their pressure, kept our composure, and I thought it was really. Our spacing was really good offensively. Obviously, we found Janae a lot, and she was the beneficiary of a lot of the press in the back of it, really getting to her spots. And then when we executed in the half court, I thought we did some really nice execution and quick hits and getting the ball where it needed to be and really scored. So that was overall that was nice. But the combination of both games I thought was a really good week for us.
This year in the non-conference, there's a lot of teams that apply a lot of ball pressure against you guys. Do you think your team is getting significantly better at that because they've seen teams that apply a lot of ball pressure?
It happened last year. It was like almost every non-conference team we played pressed us, and we got the conference play and nobody pressed. And so we'll kind of see how that develops, but I think we're getting better at it. I think it takes a little bit to develop. And, we talked about Corinne being out for a year and a half. You have to log game minutes to get back into a rhythm, and we're seeing that from her now, kind of working through that, which is a nice thing to see as well. So a lot of good came from this past week. We've played probably the toughest non-conference schedule of anybody in the league so far, and so hopefully that just continues to prepare us as we're moving forward.
Big matchup in state against the Ohio State Buckeyes. Tell us a little bit about what you're expecting in that matchup.
Yeah, no rest for the weary, right? Yeah. So, another really difficult road game against Ohio State. They're coming off of a loss to UConn. I'm going to imagine they're probably going to be mad and ready to take it out on somebody. So we're just going to have to absorb some of that emotion and play with composure, continue to move forward with our level of improvement and continue to be a better version of ourselves and focus on those things. But exciting opportunity against Ohio State down there on Wednesday and looking forward to, I don't know when this is going to air, but but we're excited about the opportunity to play in Columbus for sure.
75th anniversary of the Mack Center this season, Coach. I know you have a lot of great memories in there. What are some of those favorite memories that stand out to you?
Yeah, well, I've only been here for years 65 through 75, but in the last decade, some significant moments for my coaching career and this program. Think of a number of game winners that we've hit in this arena. I think about climbing up the ladder in 2017 and again in 2020 when we won East Division championships in this arena, which was a great thing for teams. And then, just a lot of the great moments, just coaching players that have come here and trusted us to coach them, and it's been a great home for us for sure. We've had a lot of great moments in this arena, and the history of this building is significant.
You've had a lot of great players come through this program with you as the head coach. I noticed Jenna Batch and Bridget Dunn were also there to see you guys take down Xavier on the road. What does it mean to see those type of great players come back, want to see this program play, and continue to connect with those that are currently on the team?
Yeah, I mean, those are proud moments. I mean, like seeing your kids come back for Christmas or something like that. It was so great to see both of them. And obviously, the great thing about those two is they didn't know each other before they got here. And now they're like super close friends. And to see them come back and to support us in winning at Xavier was really exciting. It was so great to see them.
Todd Starkey, Coach, good luck at Ohio State. Thanks for the time.
Sounds good. Go Flashes.
Coming up this week in Kent State Athletics, brought to you by KSU Tix. Kent State Wrestling travels for a dual meet to Columbus, Ohio to take on Ohio State. On Saturday afternoon, Kent State Men's Hoops is back inside the Mack Center at 2 p.m. to once again take on the Cleveland State Vikings. And finally on Monday, Kent State Women's Basketball takes a trip to the Steel City to take on Duquesne for a 6 p.m. tip on Monday night. As always, you can get your tickets at ksutix.com. If you want more information on your favorite Flashes teams, go to kentstatesports.com or visit the Go Flashes app. We'll be back with more right after this. Golden Flashes fans, it's time to lock in your seats. Men's and women's basketball season tickets are on sale now. Be a part of 30 home games in the 25-26 season and history as we tip off a brand new court and celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Mack Center. Don't miss your chance to witness the action, the tradition, and the excitement all season long. Get your tickets today at ksutix.com. That's ksutix.com. See you there. And go Flashes!
I think you can do so much from traveling the world. So many people just stay in the box that we live in.
The study abroad program at Kent State made it clear what path I should be taking.
Experiencing the different classes to experiencing the art and the buildings and the culture. I'm just hoping to take back everything I've learned and be able to apply it into whatever I do in the future.
Kent State has basically helped to set up the vision for the career that I want to be able to go through.
Joined here on Flash Talk by Kent State men's basketball head coach Rob Senderoff. Coach Sendy, appreciate you joining me. Coming off 2 wins this past weekend in the Greenbriar tip-off, what can you say about your improvement from both of those games you saw this past weekend?
Yeah, I mean, the second game in particular against Wright State, how we fought back in the last 6 minutes of the game. We had not played very well offensively in that game. Needed to get a lot of stops late, and we were able to do that and then make some plays down the stretch that winning teams make. So really proud of the resilience that we showed there. I thought it was certainly a step forward for us. First game we lost in overtime, hearing guys at the bench in this game when we sent the game to overtime, their resolve, led by Morgan, Rico, Sion, in particular, those 3 guys, but everyone, really wanting to make sure that we won that game and then making the plays you need to do to make them. Jahari did a nice job defensively, and we made enough plays to win both games this weekend and, continue to improve as a group.
Rico Gillespie leads the country in double-doubles. He's the most recent MAC Player of the Week. You've now had 2 straight different players win MAC Player of the Week, Morgan Safford and then Rico Gillespie. What can you say about Rico's really relentless effort that he gives you guys every single game?
I said it at the beginning of the year that he has a unique talent. And it's something that very few people have, the motor that he has. And when he uses it, and when he plays to his strengths, he's almost an unstoppable force. And that's probably a little strong, but he's almost an unstoppable force when he plays to his strengths. And I think as he's continuing to develop this year, he's seeing that, his relentless effort on the glass, is why we won. It's why we won the games. I mean, it took unbelievable effort. Morgan in particular made some incredible winning plays. We chart winning plays. Morgan had the most winning plays in a game in the last 3 years in that Wright State game. But with that, without Rico's dominance on the glass, we probably don't win that game. So, his ability to rebound the ball, and now he's starting to affect shots at the rim. He's got room to continue to even get better in those areas, as long as he continues to focus on those things and, remains consistent in his focus. And other teams are going to try to take these things away from him. So he's got to keep working. And, it's early in the year, but what he's done so far has been really, really impressive.
We saw a notable defensive improvement from the Cleveland State game to the Wright State game for your team. Do you think that improvement on that side of the ball was more technique and positioning or more of a mindset thing?
Yeah, probably a little bit of both, but I'd go to 90%, the mindset. To me, most of what we've taught is consistent year over year. There's some tweaks here and there based upon our personnel, but 90% of what we teach is pretty much the same year over year. And then it's like, okay, where is your focus at? Where's your commitment level to doing the little things that create stops, that finish plays, that help you win games. And, late in the Wright State game in particular, we did a really good job there, fighting through adversity. We didn't play well offensively. We turned the ball over a bunch. We didn't shoot it as well as we had shot the ball most of the year. So to be able to win a game in that fashion, I think is really helpful for our team.
Is the 75th anniversary of the Mack Center. You obviously have a ton of great memories there as the head coach of this program, also as an assistant. Tell me, what are some of your favorite memories inside the Mack Center?
That's a good question. The first thing that comes to mind was, I think it was 2015-16. Chris Brewer going coast to coast to beat Akron that won us a regular season championship. Last game of the regular season, and it won us a share of the regular season championship. And Chris Brewer's, that was a unbelievable play by him to win that game.
I'm sure lots of Kent State fans remember that moment. Kent State men's basketball head coach Rob Senderoff. Coach, we appreciate the time.
Okay, thanks.
That'll do it for this week's episode of Flash Talk. Make sure you tune in next week. We will preview Kent State football's regular season finale, plus the rest of basketball's non-conference slate. For our entire GFTV studios, Ethan Latinsky, Justin Spots, I'm Dane Richardson saying good night and go Flashes. Looking to revamp your home? Let Fair Painters, owned by Kent State football legend Brian Winters, tackle the job. From flawless interior painting to precise drywall repair and stunning cabinet refinishing, we've got you covered. Our local team in Streetsboro ensures top quality craftsmanship, fast service, and a 10% discount for veterans. Make your home look its best with the pros you can trust. Visit fairpainters.com or call 888-602-3247 for your free estimate today. Fair Painters, where fair meets quality.